Hello and welcome to Fanime Podcast for the third time now, part 3 of 4, I guess, now? Whatever, introductions. So, we've got 3 more people here, which is 1 less than last time, which was 1 less than the first time. But, yeah, I'm still Evan.
I'm Mr. J.
And I didn't pay attention to the order. And I'm Kisaka.
I'm Toby, aka Boohoo Glue.
And I'm Corey, aka Melancholic Doves.
Okay, so by now whoever's watching this probably knows the routine. The people participating don't necessarily know the routine because they aren't watching this, but just gonna go through one by one.
Future vision.
Yeah, in that same order, and just kind of ask you guys a few questions. I believe 2 questions, and then maybe a surprise 3rd question later. So starting with Mr. J, who are you? Like, what kind of names and stuff do you go by on, I don't know, YouTube and just the internet in general? Like, what kind of names would people know you by, maybe? And what do you do?
Well, my name is Mr. J, but I honestly prefer to go by MJ, which people always make fun of me and call me Michael Jackson, but that's cool because, you know, he's a good dancer and I'm not. But I do an animation series called Maho no Shiki, and it's about magical girls because, yeah. But I have another story I've been writing for 11 years, and that may be happening. Won't promise anything. But, yeah. So that's me and stuff.
I see. It's very easy, the who are you portion of that, because you really only have one name that you go by.
Right.
With most people, it's like they've got a list.
Corey, a.k.a. the cutie, a.k.a. reporting, a.k.a. for duty. Oh my god.
That's me.
Gwart, Toby.
Like, how did you get Gwart?
It's a long story. My friend, he's my little brother, and he's tiny, and he happens to be cross-playing at a con, and he's kind of scared about it, because, you know, creepers. And so my friend was like, become his guard, but spelled guard Gwart. And so now I'm a Gwart.
Okay.
Okay, then. Anyway,
Sorry.
circle back around a little bit here.
Yeah.
Still on MJ. How did you get involved with Fanime and the Fanime community?
Well, I started YouTube around 2006. I had just an account where I would lurk and be creepy and stuff. And then I found, I'm pretty sure, honestly, the first one I ever found was either Melody Fan 12 or Diamond88, who did Elemental Goddess, and then Melody Fan 12 did Eternal. And at the moment I saw Melody Fan 12, I was like, I could do this too. Holy crap. So I tried it, and I wasn't bad. I was bad at drawing, but I understood the whole gist of animation, so.
Right.
Yeah, and then so in 2007, I actually made, like, myself, like, well, not made, but I joined the Fanime community, and I loved the Fanime community because we were all, like, it was a bunch of people who just had all the same interests, and that we're all really talented, so I really appreciate that.
Nice.
Yeah. Yes. So yeah, I think that's it.
All right, cool. And Kisa, who are you and why are you here?
Hi, I'm Kisaka, and I'm really lame, so I kind of just, I show up sometimes, even if I'm not welcome, and that's pretty much the story of my life.
Nice.
Anyway.
Thank you.
Indeed.
Bows.
Okay.
Take a bow.
Take about 3.
3
After
consecutive
shots.
bows.
After my
1 for each of the people in this call.
Mm-hmm. What about, what do I, oh, yeah, I'm not a person. Okay. All right then, Toby, who are you, and what do you do?
Well, I'm Toby, and I'm clearly a professional Gwart. Sorry. Well, I am a fanimator. I currently am working on a couple different series. My main series at the moment being Maho Delinquency, a series about magical delinquents, if you couldn't tell from the title. And a few other projects, including a few secret ones. Yeah. I also do a lot of voice acting, and I like putting my self-inserts into other people's series, because that's what I do.
Okay, and how did you get involved with Fanime?
Well, originally, back in like 2008, 2009, I came across a video after looking up a bunch of Inuyasha stuff, and I found Zayane through one of the more comedic videos that wasn't really Fanime related,
Kill
but
Kagome, kill Kagome.
yeah,
That's
Kagome should die, 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 die. I love that video. And I credit that video as like my introduction to Fanime because through that I looked through all of Zaya's videos and I found a bunch of Zaya's friends and I started like following and Kisaka too. And I really was a lurker about until I became a teenager and I was like, Fanime is stupid. Which was a huge mistake in my opinion because in my heart I still really appreciated the community and the creativity in it. So around the time Nyan Neko Sugar Girls came out, I realized, hey, this is a cool thing. Even if this is a troll, it can get me back into everything. And after that I just started marathoning different series and I'm still trying to catch up to a bunch of the stuff in the community, but I feel like not only watching different things but also producing my own things is what gets me into the community at this point.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes. And that just leaves Corey. I feel like for some reason I've asked you these questions before. I don't know why I get this feeling, but who are you and what do you do?
Actually, I don't know who I am, so.
Oh, that's a shame.
Amnesiac.
Sorry.
Are you here so we can like help you figure it out, or
Do
Yes.
you need me to call the police? Like,
Where's my mom?
maybe you have some questions to ask us?
Who am I?
okay.
Where am I?
The cutie reporting for duty.
Oh, okay. I remember. Okay. I think I can answer this now. Okay. My name is Corey, and I go by Melancholic Doves, or on Tumblr, Tres Fashionabla. Don't ask. I make a few series, The Antagonist, which is my main series, and My Demon Girlfriend, and other stuff that isn't important.
Oh,
Oh.
other stuff? What kind
Yeah,
of stuff?
like Nana and Our Life in the Sphinx.
What about that one video with the spoons that saved the world?
Oh, that one too.
Yeah.
You also love mug cakes.
Shut up.
It's a secret. It's in there somewhere.
Guys,
Oh my god.
mug cakes.
Okay then, how did you get involved with Fanime? Or do you not remember that either?
I remember that actually somewhat. I'm kind of like two of
Maybe I need to hit you in the head again.
Again,
Again.
just once is enough. I am kind of
not
like
into
two
that,
of you,
Evan.
like-
Jeez.
It's not supposed to.
Oh my god.
I was kind of like a lurker in like more of the PV section of the Fanime community, like Chi, Zayane, and stuff like that.
Mhm.
And then I kind of dropped it, but then I came across Project Unknown, which kind of got me back into it, and it kind of inspired me to make my own. But I didn't really want to call what I did at first Fanime,
Right.
but I thought like the community was kind of cute. So I was just like, oh, these people seem nice, so I'm probably gonna like jump headfirst into it. So here I am.
I see.
Like back in the day when everybody was like, don't call my series a fanime. It's not a fan anime. It's my own original
My own
series.
original anime episode 1.
Original.
My Fanime opening.
Dude, no, I did that once and it got like 18,000 views. I was like, huh. That's only I titled it my anime opening because everybody would say it's the top 100 anime openings, and mine would pop up. I'm like,
Alright, so sticking to the same order, I guess. MJ, what is
Nope.
your favorite Fanime?
oh, that's really hard to pick. I like so many right now. I think one of my favorites for comedic value and humor is Panty's Warfront. I love it so much. I also I really love the antagonist so far, Corey. I love you. I really do. And Team Lawrence all day. Oh my god, please. Just draw him
Please.
for the whole and 10-star.
Constantly drawn shirtless.
Yeah, another one that I really like, just because it's like down to earth and stuff, is Nelly Pot. I like Nelly Pot a lot just because the style is really cute too, and I enjoy the it's like a slice of life kind of one, you know?
Right.
It's like action, or it's not transforming. It's kind of just like friends hanging out, and you don't.
But they do transform and fight each other.
Well, yeah, but I mean, it's,
Talk about
it's not.
It's
not
different.
Yeah, it's different.
Not the
You know what I-
main-centric part
That
of
was
it.
the entire second episode. It was like 13 minutes long.
Yes, actually. Gotcha. But yeah, those are my like favorites that I can just speak off of my mind.
Yeah. All right then, Toby, how about you? What is your favorite fanime?
Oh god, I could use this moment to like suck up, but I'm not gonna. I always feel like you're supposed to suck up when you're in a call full of fanimators and people ask, "What's your favorite fanime?" I'm like, Kawaii Schoolgirl. But I don't know. I really like like stylistic fanime. Like Nelly Pot has like a really interesting style to me.
Right.
Same thing with Ghost Club, and I don't know. Other than that, I definitely lean more towards either stylistic and serious, or complete silliness. Like as much as Panty's Warfront is starting to get darker, definitely like Panty's Warfront has that silliness that I appreciate, and the same thing with like Kawaii Schoolgirl. I really do like the silly little things that happen, and also I just really like it when people can balance the comedy and drama in their own series, no matter what the series is. So I like a lot of anime.
Don't worry, you are not the only one. I mean, obviously MJ is a shining example, but I've had
Sorry.
quite a few people when I ask them that question, they cannot give me one answer. It ends up being a list.
I can't. I just can't pick a favorite.
It's difficult because there's just so much now.
Yeah.
Because this, like, a lot of people are saying, like, this is the new golden age of fanime, which, you know, I personally believe.
It is.
It
I
is.
promise.
I think that it's a lot more community-centric and bringing everyone into it, whereas before it was
And
just a
less
few
drama.
key people. Yeah, less drama. Well, there's still drama. Let's be honest. But that's mostly, like,
Not
between
like that.
individual people. So,
Yeah,
you
not a whole
know.
group where
It
it's
is
like
the internet, after all.
Oh, God, yeah.
yes.
No.
Yeah,
You
but
can't-
there's nothing that like splits the community or ever
No,
anything
definitely
like
not. We're
that.
pretty much together.
like-
Just
Yeah.
every now and then some people will have some differences, but that's to be expected. That happens anywhere.
Oh,
Yeah,
God.
It
exactly.
doesn't become a big issue.
Yeah,
No.
definitely.
Usually doesn't.
But the comparison that I always like to make, or at least in my mind, I feel like I haven't said this before, but it's kind of like fanime went through a dark age when the community just kind of died out, and now we're
Yep.
in the Renaissance.
The
Yeah.
Renaissance.
Oh,
The Renaissance.
I was totally catching on to what you were saying. I absolutely agree. And this is the
Yeah, me
new
too.
golden age.
It's like everything just came back all of a sudden, and now it's bigger
Everything
than
is
Yeah,
so
like honestly,
good.
I would have never came back if I didn't see what the community was now. Like when I left, not only because my account had been, deleted unfairly,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I came back and it basically came down to like I didn't even like some of these people I never even knew, and some of the people I did know are coming back. Like me and Zay came back, and it's just like holy crap, all these people, so many different fanimes, and like the community's different now. It's not like you guys said, a bunch of key people. It's like everyone. Because when it was key people, somebody would be like, "Oh, I don't think this animation from Zay is as good as it used to be," and then like 1,000 fans would be like, "How dare you smite my senpai Zay? How dare you?" Oh my god, it was so bad back then, and now it's just like mellow, laid back, and like fun. It's fun again.
Yeah, I absolutely agree.
I love it.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, Corey, now
Sorry.
it's your turn. What is your favorite fanime?
I'm gonna try my best to provide one answer, even though it's ridiculously hard to choose one.
All right.
But I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna choose one, and it's gonna have to be Space Ranger Renal. because I really love Melty style, and I do have a soft spot for really feel-good shows. And so, like, the themes that she puts into it are really, like, lighthearted and childish. And, I mean, I say childish in, like, the best way possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Like, it's one of those cartoons that you'd see, like, Sunday morning before you go to preschool or something like that. And that's just something that makes me entirely too happy. And so, every time she comes up with, like, a new special or a new episode, like, it just makes me so happy, so I love it so much, and that's why it's my favorite.
One of those rare Fanimes without several tons of edge poured over it.
Basically.
She got hit by a car, now she's pregnant, now her mother died, oh my god! Oh, Jesus.
I can't wait for reality Fanime TV.
Oh, God. Is
You
this
mean
a
like-
thing? Is this... it needs to be a thing.
We're talking like Total Drama Island.
Oh,
Gosh, do you
All
think
different
like all those Total Drama Island like fan series already took it? It's already
Is
happening.
that a thing? Is that a thing? I wasn't aware that was a thing.
No,
Yeah,
there's some
that does
people who
exist.
do that.
What?
They often don't go on very long because I don't know.
Don't
I don't
actually
really
care.
think there's a huge no. I just don't think that there's like a huge community for it like there is for Fanime.
It's also kind of like old too. Like it's been
Yeah.
out for so many years.
Mainly though, I
Yeah.
just meant like, well, that's as far as I know the only animated reality show, quote unquote reality show. So like, I could see something like that being done with Fanime characters. Though it would be interesting, especially if it were a collab with like a bunch of different characters from
really
different
like
shows.
everybody
But
anime,
that'd be really hard to
happened,
orchestrate.
Yes, and people would be late into the deadlines and blah. Like all those MAPs, it would just end bad.
Oh gosh.
I even
Yes.
started one, and I had so many people sign up, and now everybody's like, no, I can't do it now, and I'm just like,
I have one and I need to jump on getting people their music parts, but I've been so busy with work and cons and everything.
I can kind of see
They've
why
all-
though the MAPs started to die off because there were just so many of them. Like there was a point
yeah.
during
There goes
the
to a
course of
point
the
it's
show-
Fanime
overkill.
There'd be like 15 on your Fanime updates, Evan. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, there was a period of like
Bad.
maybe 3 or so months where there were just like there were MAPs every week, and there were so many, and it's like a lot of the same people would sign up for multiple ones, and how are they going to get all those done when they're also trying to work on their series and they're going to school, they've got jobs, and just like it just
Like, have
became
fun,
very low
overload.
priority. I feel like.
Yeah, kind of.
It's
Like,
really
just sign up, have
difficult.
fun. Mhm.
If we weren't working on a whole bunch of series, then I mean, it would be more practical for us to finish them and sign up for multiple map
Yeah.
parts.
Yeah, but then
Just-
it wouldn't be a Fanime community. We'd
Just
be,
forget
like,
about Fanime. All we need is the MAP community, obviously. God, who cares
No,
about
Basically.
Fanime?
Yeah.
Like,
No,
I
it-
already have like 3 different things I'm working on now. Like, I don't really have time to be doing.
I feel
Fanime
like
life.
the decline of MAPs though, in some ways, can be considered a good thing because it's like people are working on other stuff that's
Original
arguably more important.
content.
Yeah, like everyone's got a
Yeah.
series to make, you know.
I'd rather see an
Yeah.
episode than an MAP. Actually, I do enjoy MAPs a lot, but I'd most definitely rather see an episodes. Like,
Yeah.
Definitely.
MAPs every once in a while can be like a sweet little treat,
Absolutely.
whereas the real meat is like someone's series and whatever else they're doing.
Yeah.
Right.
I agree.
'Cause
Only
anything-
our Fanime community was like the furry community. The
Ah.
furry maters.
Furry
You know,
meat.
I was
Yeah.
actually
Yeah.
going to bring that up because they're kind of like, in many ways, the opposite. If you go to a lot of channels of, you know, people that animate wolves or cats or anything like that, most of what
warrior
you're going to
cats.
see there are just MAP parts, and you
Yeah.
have to
Yeah.
dig through MAPs to find like any kind of episode and stuff. It seems like their community is built a lot more on smaller videos like that because they're not
Yeah.
really all focused on trying to make a series. They just kind of have OCs that
Like
they do stuff
anime,
with.
yeah, OCs. And that's
So-
kind of how, that's almost how the Fanime community was back in the day. It's 'cause
Yeah.
people would do a bunch of
Yeah.
memes and they just had OCs and stuff. And that was cool. And I love the memes because memes was a really good way to bring the community together. I actually would love to see more memes, not gonna lie. But
Slam
I-
Smith's on
demand
table, bring
more
me the
memes.
memes.
bring me the memes.
If you build it, they will come.
No, they won't because I'll make one that takes me like 3 days and everybody's gonna be like, fuck that.
Meme lord. Please make more memes.
It's really hard to start a meme.
You would
Yeah.
know.
That was a little bit different, but
Yeah.
it's hard for most people to start a meme, I would say, because like
Yeah.
the situation in which I created a meme was just kind of like, it was very spontaneous. I was like, okay, here's what we're gonna do. I made this audio. I cut the audio from a video, and I sent it to everyone. And I was like, just make whatever and do 3 frames. And so like 10 people did it immediately the first night, and then, and then I just kept telling more people to do it, like within the Fanime Rehab group. That's where it mainly came from. And after a while, like other people, you know, they started seeing all these videos and they're like, oh, this is an actual meme. So other people started doing it. They didn't realize that it was just like a joke that I had forced to get back at Maxine.
I think
Yeah,
that the
memes.
thing.
Sorry, go ahead.
I'm sorry. No, I was about to say the thing that I'd like to see is more like series memes, kind of like what music Naoko listens to, but not specifically that, because that's a
Or the
little
Sphinx.
overdone. I love it, but it's a little overdone.
Yeah, quite overdone, to be honest.
I just
Yeah,
I really
when
like
I did
seeing
it, I
more
was like, why did
series
I?
memes.
It was so many. I think you guys, if you guys were, if you even remember, it was like 2009 or 2011, somewhere in between there. People would do like commercials for their Fanime,
Yeah.
and then like in the midst of your episode, you'd take a cut and like put in other Fanimators commercials. I thought that was cool.
Yeah,
but
I personally
no.
plan on doing that with my series. I really want to get that back in, because I think that's what the next step is people reaching out within their series to other people's work.
To show other
Yeah.
people's series, yeah, because I mean,
Exactly.
advertisement.
Oh yeah, the only way to keep a community alive is to have content continuously going on and new things continuously being shown.
To go ooh
Right.
oops.
And that'd be an easy way to make it happen. Like Evan, when you had your 45-minute Evan podcast, you mentioned that if more popular series had commercials in them, then a lot of the lesser known series would,
Yeah,
get that bump. And I totally agree. I think that, that's kind of the next step for a lot of people. And I think that more people should take it seriously and consider putting commercials in their Fanime, especially for
Or, like,
projects that
making-
they really like.
Yeah, or
like I mean,
just
sorry.
sorry, just any other
Okay.
measures like that. It's pretty much the reason I started Fanime Update was for that same kind of purpose. It was just to group everything together and make people aware of things that they might not otherwise have known about. And I feel like more things like that are what could ultimately really kick this community forward, because
Yeah, like we can't just rely on you all the time. Like you're
Yeah.
great, but there's like a lot of Fanimators now. I can only imagine how much fun you have putting together Fanime updates.
well, that's not so much of an issue. It's mainly just like Fanime Update is very small, so people that aren't in the community, that aren't creators of Fanimes, oftentimes just aren't going to see it or aren't going to watch it. Whereas, they'll watch something like Tokyo Magic Star or Ghost Club or Jungle Book or just any of those
Yeah.
really, really big popular shows. And so if those shows had some way of spreading views around, it would really benefit the rest of the community.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I
Especially
think that'd be
like,
a good idea.
if you look at like the history, no, it's okay. It's okay. If you look at the history of like television, the same thing goes for that. It wasn't until there were collaborations with people coming onto talk shows that television really started picking up. Like
Yeah.
if you look at the history of television, that is. And I feel like that's like I said, the commercials, and like you said, Evan, with the more so community based content being available on YouTube per se, that could really be the thing that pushes the community further.
hmm I think that'd be like it'd just be fun too, because like it's like how the memes brought people together when like all those commercials started to release and stuff. Everybody started making commercials and everybody started messaging each other when YouTube messaging was actually fun, and like so everybody would message each other and be like, "Hey, you put your commercial in my Fanime and I'll put my commercial in your Fanime," swing, and it like worked out really well. The only problem is not problem, but in my opinion, issue I guess was all the like bigger time animators who like because it was a few key people back in the day. Like back in the day, God, I'm so ancient. But they wouldn't like a lot of those people who have more subscribers. They wouldn't do those kind of community things, and then it kind of came down to like the smaller portion of the community, and it was really hard for the smaller portion to get in ties with each other and to figure that all out themselves and try and get subscribers with each other when like nobody was watching their stuff. They were watching everyone like who had a lot of subscriber stuff. Like not trying to dash on anyone, but like Chi and Zay and like who was it, Tina Chan, Melody Fan, all of them, they had so many subs, but they like didn't really involve themselves in the community. I only saw like a few memes, and like Tina started a few, and then she kind of disappeared from the face of the planet forever. So
the thing with a lot of those people though, like you said, Tina Chan, there was Drea Chu, there was Chi, and just other associated people. A lot of them weren't even making series. They just they only did small,
anime or
meme videos and stuff
yeah.
like that. Yeah, and that was like mainly what they were selling. So like they really weren't that involved with the community. They happened to know people because animators on YouTube was a big deal at the time, but they weren't necessarily trying to do the same thing that other fanimators were.
Basically, yeah. And so like there were a couple that that kind of ended up like I did, where I was like, I'm gonna animate this series and this series. Just kidding, I canceled those two, and I'm working on this one. Just kidding, I canceled that too, and I brought back an old one. Just kidding, everything's canceled. The end. Like
yeah, there was a lot of that.
Kind of how it would go back then, and like that's not a problem, but like I mean, if you're busy, you're busy. But there were a few of those animators who did have some series, like oh god, what was it? Chi24 did have that something Matsudayo Circus or whatever.
Yeah, she had actually like
she's had
a few
she had
different
several.
ones.
Yeah, she had several.
But none of them ever released, as far as I know. There would just be a lot of
Not one
she would make the
episode, no.
openings and stuff, and then
Yeah, that was me.
Works in progress of the
wouldn't end up getting
openings.
finished. Yeah.
Yeah, that was kind of me too. I was like so addicted. I had I counted from different series in the same series. IMA had like 7 openings, and Kayoko, get out of the bag. I'm sorry, the cat's in the bag. Get out of the bag.
Cat's out of the bag.
But so IMA had like 6 openings and about 5 endings, and then on top of that, I had like 4 other series that I never released, and in total, I had like 28 openings and 14 endings that I actually had finished and stuff. And I'm like, well, if I actually put my time instead of doing stupid openings into an episode, I'd have like 5 episodes. But
Yeah.
that was like a fad too. My anime opening, to tag that on freaking YouTube.
I think that's another thing that's really changed about the community. Like we're talking about how we need to bring back commercials and bring back memes in a way, but at the same time, it's because we let go of that to a certain extent that at the current moment the community is able to be much more episode based.
Yeah, it's actually really episode oriented, and I appreciate that because in like a couple years ago, it was not that.
Well, it depends on how you look at it, though, because something like a commercial, you can cut together footage from an episode, or it only has to be like 15, 30 seconds, and a meme, like, well, I generalized and kind of exaggerated a little bit, but when I created mine, the whole purpose of calling it 3 frames was that most memes are like, just 3 to 5 frames. They're not very hard to do.
How much? Yeah.
So I guess it can, like, distract your attention from getting on a series or something, but not so drastically that it's gonna like keep you from getting something done, I feel like. But
yeah, like when people tried to do Smooch, no, that did not work out.
That was funny.
That was a little bit different. Yeah.
Still, like there's Buri Hamachi, which is like 3 frames, and then there's Ice Cream and Cake, and those are like the easy ones to do. And then there's Smooch, which everybody tried to do.
But I think it is telling though. Like I feel like, because like with there being so few memes and commercials, it's just like other side videos, it's kind of telling of the attitude of the community more so. It's not like that people don't have time to do those things. They don't want to use that time for those things. They'd rather work on their episode, Whereas before, people a lot of the time were putting things off, or they didn't feel like doing the episode, so they would look at a meme and say, oh, that looks fun, it's only 5 frames, I'll do that instead.
And it takes them like 2 days.
Definitely. I have to say, like, from my own experience, being a person who didn't really create content back then, it's really a different outlook that you get. I feel like you guys have a lot more insight to both of the sides, and it's really interesting to hear that, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, definitely. And to be honest, one of the like biggest like shock to coming back to this community is like I can't even keep up with how many Fanimes there are now. I think that's really good, but I'm like you guys have mentioned a few that I'm like, what is that? Who is LT? What's wrong with me? Why don't I know this? Like I feel bad, but there's so many being released. I just need to sit down on one of my days off and just watch Fanime all day.
And I feel like on the other side, when it comes to like people just now joining the community, they're like, who's Chi? Who's
Who are these
this
people?
Right,
person?
because a lot of these
Like, that's
people,
my
they just aren't
childhood.
around anymore.
Yeah, they don't do stuff
Yeah.
anymore.
Well, Chi has a new YouTube.
She doesn't do Fanime though.
No, she doesn't do
Yeah.
Fanime.
Yeah, she doesn't even associate with the name T24 anymore.
No.
Yeah, she requested to only be called like Danielle and stuff. We talked on
Mhm.
Skype and she was like, "Oh my god." Yeah, she's animating a new thing coming up, but I can't tell you what it is, and I'm not going to. But it's going to be awesome. I'm excited.
Ooh, is it
Yeah.
like Fanime or
It's like
Fanime?
it's not. It's like it's a fan animation of
Okay.
an anime, so it's not a fan.
Oh, okay. So
But that's
kind of
all
like
it
the
is.
stuff that she's currently producing.
Yeah, and I'm excited for Danielle because she seems a lot happier to be back now. And she said
Good.
like one of the biggest things that made her like leave was that the community started to get so hostile and dark, and she was just like no, and we all left and disappeared. And now she's back on Doopy Doo over, and I love her work still. It's fantastic.
I really look at that and I feel like if she can improve that much in that time, it really
We can do it
it's
too.
inspiring.
Yeah.
Like no, it's inspiring to see all these people who had all their old content and see just how much they've improved. And even in the Fanime community, like one of my favorite things about Fanime is seeing people progress and like their writing
Yeah.
progress and their art progress and their ability to actually animate
Instead of just like
yeah, one face and like the anime mouth flap.
Oh man, it's just like bop bop bop, right?
It's kind of like yeah, no, like the Peanuts. I was about to say that. Darn, you stole my thunder. No, I'm kidding. Oh,
You know me, Michael Jackson. Me walking along, doing jokes.
you've been struck by smooth criminal. Oh, that just reminded me. What I really want to see more of is people making music videos. I don't know why, but in my projects, I want to do a lot of music videos, and I really just love seeing people do in like music videos. I don't know. It's kind of random to bring that up, but I love
There was
animated music
somebody
videos.
who released a Fanime music video or something like that, and it was like of a bunch of Fanime all in one in music. I can't remember the YouTube user, but I thought that was awesome. Like where they
Are you talking about Universal Fiction?
Yeah.
I think so, yeah. Where it was just it was Fanime music video. It was so
She
cool.
just
I
did
like
something like a few days ago.
Yeah,
There
like
was
I watched. Yeah, maybe I thought it was like a week ago or so, or longer than that, like 2 weeks.
Yeah, there was
ago.
like a couple days ago, but then like I know there's a handful of people who've been doing a whole bunch of like a single video with like a billion Fanime characters.
Yeah.
Like the Fanime Bad Apple that came out Christmas.
Oh, that was awesome.
That was so
I love that.
cool.
Yeah, and
And then
someone did
there's
another one a
one-
few months ago.
Yeah, there's one. I don't think anyone picked up on it, but it had a whole bunch of Fanime characters to the song "Be Our Guest."
That's the one.
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
I didn't see
Yeah.
that. I'll have to check it out after the podcast
It's
because that
awesome,
sounds
yeah.
interesting. I'm the one out of the loop. Gotta love.
For once.
For once. Are you
For
kidding?
once.
I feel like so out of the loop sometimes. It's just honestly because it's a golden age. It's easy to get out of the loop. I honestly don't understand how Evan. I don't understand how you can like keep up so much. It is.
No, I have no
It
clue
takes
either.
so much time and effort to watch every single anime and like do everything, and
Especially with all these 12-hour challenges coming out. I can't.
Oh
I
my
haven't been
goodness.
watching
Yeah.
any of
I'm
them.
doing one and I hate myself already. Like
I did a 2-hour challenge and I was like, I can't do anymore. I can't do this. I need to work on my
No.
fan instead of doing these challenges.
I wanted to do this challenge because, like, I mean, I have 12 hours on my schedule this time. Usually, I don't have time because I usually work like anywhere from 8 to 10 hour days, like almost every single day. And then on my days off, I'm usually just in bed asleep the whole time. So, like, when this 12-hour fandom, when I saw it, I literally saw it today, and I was like, I'm gonna do this because I wanted to actually animate something and practice animating. And what's better to force myself to do it in 12 hours? I'll just make myself do it. I'm not giving myself a choice this time.
I think it's really a good test of how much people can do, and I mean that in a sort of way, like,
Yeah.
it definitely is showcasing people's talent, maybe in a short span, but one way that it is really challenging is what I'm trying to say, and it's definitely showing people's efforts and what they can do. And that's one thing that I really like about it, as much as I'm starting to get sick of the hype of it. Personally.
And to look at it from a slightly different angle, I feel like it can also be beneficial because there's a lot that you can learn from it. If you take the I don't know what the word I'm looking for here is take the time to learn from it, where you just kind of reflect on what you did, how much time you had, how you used your time, and then maybe you can find better ways, to
I'm already
improve
learning
your process.
quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah, like after just I painted 2 backgrounds so far. I got like about 12 frames and then one and a half ish frames, and already I'm like, I thought I'd be halfway done. What the hell's wrong with me? It's because I spend too much time on my sketches. Like, I'm realizing that I think you're right, Evan. It's the mouse versus tablet. I'm being so anal about it with my tablet. I'm like, nope, I can't have any sketch lines. It has to be perfect coloring. And then I realized I spent like 45 minutes on one frame, and I'm like, God, it's getting to be bad.
What I like the most about these 12-hour challenges is that a lot of these people are coming up with the storylines like on the spot. Like, they're opening up Word and they're like, okay, I'm gonna make something, what should it be? And then they make these things and they're actually really interesting.
Yeah, okay, I agree. Like, there's been a few I've seen so far that are fantastic, and I think my favorite so far was I try not to pick favorites, but Cassie Roll did the one with the
the Flickr one?
Yeah, with matches, the character.
Oh,
my
that
God,
was so good.
I love that one. That one, like, the plot, the writing was great, and she's got a really good voice. I really think she has a really nice voice.
Mm-hmm.
I was tempted to be like, voice act for me, please.
Yeah, I actually have not seen most of the 12-hour challenge. Well, I've seen them, but I haven't watched all of them because I'm waiting for the stream.
Oh yeah,
is it gonna be like a stream where wait, okay, so inform me what's going on here. Are they like streaming all of them at once, or are they posting like a huge video about all of them? Or?
This Wednesday, today, the 24th, I think, because this might release later, after the stream. But basically, Frosted, or Anime Angel JJ, the one that issued the challenge, is going to host a live stream and just kind of show every single entry to the 12-hour challenge, and then that's pretty much.
Is it like a competition? Like, I know there's not like a winner or anything.
No, it's not a contest or anything. It's just
sweet.
I know. There is going to be like prizes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Is prizes?
Well, I don't think prizes, but I think she mentioned something about like who was the most creative and who had the best art and stuff like that.
So it's kind of like it's kind of like a contest then.
It's a contest, not contest.
An unofficial contest.
Yeah, but I could be
was
wrong.
Not aware of that.
By the term contest, I would have to say like it's an unofficial contest in the way that people aren't like purposefully joining in on it.
Yeah,
to win. Like, there's no winner. It's just like just to see all of these and be like, oh, I really like how that person did this in particular. And
yeah, like how quick can they write the story? How good is their story writing in 12 hours? And how quick can they draw it? Like,
and the voice acting and stuff.
I don't know. I'm gonna scout people. I need a male so bad because I cannot sound like a man.
What's that, Evan?
Evan
as well.
Hey.
Like
Evan voices in every single one of my
I've been
anime.
in a lot of different things.
Yes, you
over
have.
the last few weeks. 12-hour challenges, 2-hour challenges.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been like trying
Corey's
to.
fan is.
Oh my gosh.
God dang it.
It's not even for any particular reason. Usually it's just I happen to be there. And Corey's
Yeah.
like, okay, I need a voice.
It's like, hi. Okay.
Yeah.
I got this again. Hashtag Evan.
Evan to the rescue.
It's definitely opened my eyes to how not good I am at voice acting, though. Like, being in
Oh.
so many different things, hearing my voice so much more than I normally would in animations and stuff. I've got a long way to go.
At the
No.
same time, like, that's a good thing because once you're able to really observe your voice, that's when you're able to reach out with your talents and think about what you're able to do. I know myself, like, looking back at my really old voice acting projects versus now, you're really able to see improvement as you go along. So this is just a moment. This is the moment where Evan gets to open himself to the world.
That's awesome.
Opens himself to the world.
Open himself to the world.
Evan, do you feel open?
No, not really. No, I think more so it's just like lately I've been using a lot of different like voices and tones that I would not normally get to use because like I mean I have a very specific type of voice, so a lot of the time I get cast for that reason. To yes, there are
Somebody
very
just designed the
specific like
character.
types of roles that I end up getting because of my voice, and they're like, oh, we want you to do like as deep as you can go and just like and sound evil and stuff like that. Whereas lately I've been doing a lot of like other types of roles and a lot like higher pitched things and just stuff that I'm not normally
Picking up the
doing.
female.
You were the best, Thomas, though.
God dang it. Yeah, another thing, like I see like a lot of Fanimators have been like when they post all those casting calls, they have like I don't know what kind of messages they're getting or whatever, but it seems from my like outlook they have kind of a slow response for voice actors. And when I posted my casting call, I posted it on voice acting websites, and it was the most genius thing I ever did ever.
I definitely, I actually, speaking from experience, I opened up a voice casting call for Maho Delinquency like twice, and then I did it on Behind the Voice Actor, and I actually got quality responses. I definitely also vouch for actual voice acting websites.
The voice acting club. The voice acting club is where I got like 3 of my lead roles, and they're like one of the guys. This may sound perverted, but I'm gonna do it anyway. One of the guys has like the hottest voice ever. I just like,
that's not perverted.
So good. Like I'm just like how is he not even professional yet? He's so good. But I think I showed you Evan, and you said I think I hear it now when he has a sound reductor or whatever, so it kind of cuts off some of his speech. Sometimes it's weird. I don't know.
Yeah,
but yeah, noise removal. Yeah, but I really like the voice acting club website. I got my entire cast, all of their roles within like 48 hours. It's great.
Nice.
Yeah, well, I feel like this is something that we talk about a lot. It comes up a lot whenever we talk about voice actors, but it's definitely something that more people, or just everyone really, should be made aware of. It's like, if you're, posting something, you're just not getting enough of a response, maybe, well, definitely, you should also try and look outside of the Fanime community, because the Fanime community is pretty good, but it's limited in who's going to see it. Whereas if you go to a place that's specifically set up for voice actors, there are voice actors there that want to voice in things.
There's also the case that, like, not to mention, some voice actors get really invested in the project, like, and end up getting introduced to Fanime through that too. So you could end up having this really dedicated fan just because
they get scouted by everyone.
I know exactly, because Kelly, my voice actor for Justine, she's
such a sweetie. I've met her IRL.
Yeah, I mean, and she's so invested. She even cosplayed Justine once, and like she just loves the series so much. And I'm so happy that like this random person I got off of what's the website called?
Voice Acting Alliance?
Yeah, Voice Acting Alliance.
Alliance is the voice acting club, or the 2 I scouted on.
And I don't think she's ever watched Fanime before. Maybe she has, like, maybe like the popular ones. But she watches like a lot of Fanime, and she considers herself a person who likes Fanime. It's just amazing.
It's cool you can bring people in the community.
Yeah. Definitely.
I was about to say, when it comes to like the Fanime community, not every Fanimator is a voice actor, and that's another important part about the auditions when you leave it to just the Fanime community. And as for getting people outside of Fanime into it, I think that's like a really important step in getting the community to be more recognized and be more visible.
It's hard to do that too.
Because, so difficult.
It's hard enough to promote like all of us each other, just simply because like you look at most of the Fanimators online and they have like 500 subscribers or less, which I mean if you put all the subscribers in a room, that's an amazing amount of people.
Oh yeah.
But at the same time, promoting to them is so hard. Like just even uploading a video, maybe 20% are going to see that video. 20% of your subscribers will see that video, and then it will take forever for the rest of them to see it, just simply because it's like they. Sorry. They have this.
I agree, person in the background.
Me too.
Jesus.
Need more Jesus Fanime.
Yeah, but it's just hard to kind of promote those videos within a community that is large but also small at the same time. It's very difficult.
The enigma.
Yeah, another thing I wanted to mention about that though, just voice acting, was just kind of a misconception that some people have, which goes hand in hand with Fanime overall, which is also something I've talked about a lot. It's just that people will post, a casting call on YouTube or on Tumblr or something, and they just expect people to find it. But in reality, it's it's buried under everything else on both of those websites. Like voice actors aren't just going to find it unless they're specifically looking for it there. So you really have to seek people out, because these
You have to branch out.
the internet has gotten so much bigger. YouTube is so much bigger, and Tumblr and all of that. You really just have to go and find the voice actors. They aren't going to find you.
Yeah, somebody recommended the websites to me too, and when I went on them, I was like, holy crap, that's amazing, because the response was insane. I had about at least 20 voice actors that I did not cast just because they turned out. There's so many responses.
One of the things I like about the voice acting club, or what's
Behind the voice actors?
No, the actual, what's it called?
Voice acting
The voice
Alliance?
acting club.
Yeah.
There's two. There's acting club, which is on pro boards, then there's a voice acting alliance, and then there's whatever else you just mentioned.
No, I'm going to talk about the club. But one of the things I like about the voice acting club is it not only leaves potential for people like who are doing stuff just on their own, but also the fact that it has it to where you can say, hey, I'm offering, a paid role. So I don't know. I think that's also good because like I
think most voice acting forums or just like websites have support for that though.
Right.
Yeah, they do. And sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was just saying I like how when I went on there, like it just seemed very like, I don't know, like I didn't have to search for it. Just like, is this role paid or is it not? And I don't know. I just think like having something like that is easily accessible is always nice.
Yeah.
It's nice to be able to browse your options and like.
Yeah, because it's good for the voice actors too. And I mean.
But it's like, if you're being paid, what kind of project are you doing though? Yeah, like unfortunately, I mentioned to my voice actors when I cast them, I said, look, I can literally not afford to pay you right now. But if like for some reason, if I like start to get subscribers from this schnit, and like
make money off
of it.
I
could monetize it. I said they will always get a percentage of any money I make off of any video, guaranteed. Like I just can't pay them directly out of my pocket right now,
I feel like that's the dream, to have your Fanime eventually get you somewhere along the line of making profit,
right?
Though a very far off dream. I don't think that should be a dream for anyone in the community currently.
It's also a really hard dream to accomplish with YouTube's system as it is now.
And I was about to say another part of it comes with the the YouTube system and copyright. I know in my series I'm using copyrighted music for the openings and endings, and I'm definitely not going to make money off of that. So
yeah, it's basically like you have to make your own music, and a lot of people don't have access to that kind of thing. So
yeah,
it's difficult.
Yeah,
but I don't mind making music, but I mean, even using royalty-free music kind of freaks me out sometimes. So I prefer to write it.
I just like royalty-free music. I don't know, it gets generic. Like, you
There.
can only hear the same few royalty-free.
Well, it depends on what you use. If you use Incomptech, then you're gonna hear it on every single YouTube video ever. But if you broaden or if you widen your range a little bit, then you can usually find some okay stuff. But it is limited considering everyone's looking for royalty-free music.
Yeah.
Exactly. Like some of those most popular YouTubers all use the same songs, and I'm just like, wait, this was in Markiplier's video. Now it's in
Yeah.
Hmm.
Awful.
That's what happens. But anyway, it's been about 45 minutes. Pretty good amount of time considering we've got like a bunch of other these. Yeah, so many other videos that we also need to splice together. So I'm thinking we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Or is there anything that any of you would like to mention at the very last minute?
Team Lawrence for life. Just saying.
Hire me as your professional Gwart.
Team Friglish.
Hashtag Evan's voice actor.
Hashtag Team Friglish.
Hashtag who is Corey.
We just don't know. Hashtag make more memes.
Yes, please.
All right. And now that our video is appropriately tagged, I think it's a good time to say goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.
Funny.
And cut.
Whee, we did it.